And she says, oh, could you hypnotize me? Right? Now, she's asking, right? If you're walking away from this, and she's clearly has a genuine interest, if you do nothing here, get out of the business. Okay, you don't have to get out of the business, but you should be able to do something, right? Does that seem reasonable? Mm-hmm. You know, why should the stage guys have all the fun? See, here are the magic words. Well, this is not hypnosis. Which means we're going to do it, right? This is not hypnosis, but this will give you a good idea what it feels like, okay? And then we'll do finger magnets, right? So then we'll do, let's imagine we're doing the finger magnets. You do that, and we do this, okay? So let's say I do finger magnets with them, and Joni, like, she does great. Her fingers go together like deer in the headlights action, right? But Joni's not having it. She's the whole time going, oh, he's not going to get me. I ain't doing it, right? And so I know that I don't want to work with Joni anymore. I'm going to proceed to work with just Susan. I'm like, wow, you did great. You're a genius. You have great focus. I will just ignore Joni. I'll just let her go off and find a drink at the party, right? Because I'll just be like, Joni, check this out. She's amazing. Did you see this? Right? And she's like, oh my gosh, I should have tried harder now. You know what I mean? And then I'll go, hey, that's awesome. Have you ever been hypnotized before? And maybe you say, yes, no, but and I'll say, okay, well, hey, would you like to try something? And if she's like, yes, I'll do arm, the hand clasp. You see? So she jumped through. She's interested. She resisted. And so she basically volunteered to play further. So you see how it's no skin off of my nose for, you know, she decided not to play and she wanted to play. So now we'll do the hand locking. So imagine these hands locking together, powerfully locked, super glued together. Feel it happening now. Body energy coming in here, clasping together, 3, 4, super glued together, carved from a singular block of wood, locking down tight. The more you try to pull these hands apart, the more stuck together they become. Try really hard, try really hard. Now check this out. So she's standing up. So we can do this induction here. It's like, focus on the top knuckle of your top thumb. So in a moment, I'm going to push down on these hands. I want your eyes to go shut. Allow your entire body to go loose and relax, but your legs will continue to hold you in perfect balance. So when I push down, allow your eyes to go shut, you're going to enter a very deep and wonderful state of mental, physical relaxation, but your body will continue to stand in perfect balance. Focus on those hands. Take a deep breath in. Sleep, relax, and go deeper. Loose, limp, relax. Now I can move her body around, do equilibrium, which those are deeply in a trance, and I can start offering suggestions or doing things. I only want to maybe do some mild phenomenon. I don't want to make her the joke at the party, but I want to give her an experience that validates that something happened for her, right? I want it to be a win-win. She's participating, and I want to make sure she has fun too. So as you raise your head up here, I want you to just imagine focusing on your eyelids. Squeeze those eyes down shut, locking them down tight. On the count of 5, they'll be so tightly locked, they simply will not come open. 1, locking down tight. Show me how tightly locked you can make them super glued together. 3, 4, and 5. Try to pull those eyes apart. The more you try, the more stuck together they'll become. When you're convinced they will not open, just say the words, I'm convinced.
Convinced.
And convinced. And sleep, relax, and let yourself go even deeper. These hands will come apart as the body relaxes right here. Now, raise this arm out here. Make a fist with this hand. Squeeze this hand tight. And imagine all the energy flowing up into this arm, locking into the shoulder, locking into the elbow, feel it, locking in at the wrist. Feel all the energy causing this arm to go rigid and stiff like an iron bar. Feel it happening now. Locking in, tightly locked, locking in, feeling that so rigid and stiff, locked into place. The more you try to move that arm, the more locked into place it becomes. The more you try to move it, the more locked into place it becomes. Try really hard. The more you move it, the more locked into place it becomes. On 3, you'll be able to open your eyes. You'll be looking at that arm like it's somebody else's arm. It's got a mind of its own. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Look at that arm. Try to move that arm. The more you try to move it, the more rigid and stiff. It's really weird. What do you think?
It's amazing.
Is that wild?
It's wild.
Have you ever done that before?
No.
No? Okay, that's interesting. All right, now, interesting thing. In a moment here, I'm going to touch you on the top of that wrist. That arm goes completely loose and relaxed. And this arm goes limp, but I'm taking this hand, opening this hand up. I'm going to put this hand on your head. Imagine this hand nice and tight, super glued to this forehead. Super glued. Imagine super glued completely locked out of the head. The more you try to remove that hand, the more stuck to that forehead it'll become. Stuck there, the more you try to move it, the more stuck it becomes. Try really hard. Are you trying?
Yes.
Are you trying? Now when we're sticking things, we can stick other things. So in a moment I'm going to touch that wrist, that hand will come unstuck, but your feet will be stuck to the floor. You will not be able to move those feet until I release you. So when this hand goes loose, those feet become stuck. The more you try to move those feet, the more stuck they become. 1, 2, 3, now the feet are stuck. Try to move those feet. The more you try to walk, the more stuck they become. Are you trying? Are you being genuine? Are you trying really hard? All right, so cool. On the count of 3, you'll be able to walk just fine because you are a winner. And there we go, 1, 2, 3, and now she can move just fine. All right, let's show some love and appreciation. Lovely ladies, Hypnosis. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming up here, Joni. That's so cool. So, do you see how we took everything we did on the stage, everything that works on the big stage, chunks down into smaller situations? And so that was the party situation.